Aussie Talks Impact Wrestling. So I've had a kick-ass day today, so I'm doing it a bit different. I'm going to watch the show live. I'm going to talk about it. We're going to be on here for an hour and a half or whatever it is. So I haven't looked at any of the card. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's won anything. All I know is I'm prepared to watch this. I've got the subtitles on. Just bought myself a Mr. Beast bar. I have no idea what it's going to taste like. Mr. Beast bar, these nuts, the milk chocolate with peanut butter. I'm hoping it tastes like Pieces Reese's. But let's get into this. So I'm just going to munch on this. So it's just going through the highlights. As I continuously say about Impact Wrestling, one of the greatest things they do is their highlights. Okay? Is their highlights. It reminds us of what happened last week. It's at that point where Bully Ray is running away like a big pussy hole because PCO's back. Let's have a taste of this, man. It says share on it. But I'm probably going to eat the whole thing. Not bad, actually. Not Pieces Reese's, but it's not bad. You know what I mean? So the opening match is going to start. It's going to be my girl, Kylon King. The Coven. It's going to be Taylor Wilde. And I believe this is versus Deonna Purrazzo. This is going to be a great match. I can tell you this for a fact because Kylon King does not have bad matches. And that is one of the major things why it's important to have her at Impact Wrestling. Versus Deonna Purrazzo. And I think Deonna Purrazzo, no debate, no argument, is still the number one best wrestler in the world. She doesn't need a belt. That is actually really good chocolate, guys. So Deonna is coming round. They're circling each other. They're going for a collar and elbow. Kylon King's going directly for like a stomach hold. They've gone into the wrist locks. Deonna wants this championship back, so she knows how important this match is. Deonna rolls out the wrist lock. Turns Kylon King into a wrist lock. Really nice one, actually. Takes full control of the match like she usually does. But Kylon King comes straight in there. Boot to the gut. Throws her into the turnbuckle. Okay, Deonna turns it. Alright, and what's going to happen now? Kylon's went for a single leg takedown. Deonna's gone straight for a pin. Roll up. And went it straight into the Fuzi arm. But it's too close to the rope, man. Too close to the rope. The thing about it is, Deonna wants this third title. She wants this third opportunity to walk into the professional wrestling industry and just kick ass. Kylon King is going to go up for a holding suplex. Misses it. Alright, Deonna rolls straight in to a pin. Kylon misses a coat hanger, or a lariat, whatever you want to call it. Gets thrown off the ropes. Deonna drops to the floor. They're doing that jumpy, beautiful art thing. Kylon goes, they're still on the ropes. They're still swinging a bit. Hurricanrana by Deonna. Oh, a nice elbow takedown. King's rolled out. King has rolled out. This is the thing. This is the thing what Impact Wrestling offers us fans. Top quality women's matches. A friend of mine the other day messaged me and he goes, how long do women generally have the opportunity in Impact? And they get a good start. So, for example, in a weekly wrestling show, the number one match is not, okay, like it was before, the quick, fast little shiznick that happens. It is now just as good as the headline. Deonna's just running to the turnbuckle. King's trying to run back into her, but a slick, cheeky little elbow. Okay, Deonna went for another Hurricanrana, misses it. And boom. Purrazzo's on her arse. Fouled head scissors, man. And King powered out of it like a flipping beast. The girl has the talent to be the number one. Alright. Once she moves away from this Coven stuff with Taylor Wilde, you can see a lot of good things happening. She's a powerhouse, man. Powerhouse. She's just elbowing Diana in the head, mate. The ref's counting. The ref is counting. I've got to say this just as a thing. I'm not normally into sort of like celebrity chocolate or anything like that. But this flipping Mr. Beast bar is sound, mate. Diana is now laying down on the floor. What's going to be happening is Trinity's a watcher. She'll be watching this match. She'll be watching Diana's weak spots. Because there's been a lot of weak spots in this match. Diana's getting out of everything. Don't get me wrong. But this is not the best Deonna Purrazzo we're seeing right now. This is not the best. Diana's outside of the ring now. There is major tension between Trinity, Diana, and King. And, Diana's just jumped out of the way. Nice little punch in the gut by Diana. King's on the floor. She's been smacked off the side of the apron. Both girls are on the floor laying down. Taylor Wilde's giving her a mouth, as usual. Both of them are rolling away to try to get themselves back up. I'm just reading what they're saying about the card here. The card is actually a really exciting card. It's not a rubbish card at all tonight in this episode. It's building up for Multiverse with New Japan, isn't it? It's building up with Emergence as well. That's happening in a few weeks. King's gone for a nice elbow into Deonna's face. Deonna's gone straight back. Closed fist punch, mate. Boom in the noodle, mate. Boom in the noodle. King's got back up, gone for the elbow, and again, bang! Deonna. Deonna is a beast. I don't think she's wrestling her best tonight in this specific episode of what's happening now. But she is wrestling like some kind of flipping animal here, mate. She's going for it. And this is what it is. It's about who digs deeper. Who digs deeper? Chop, 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 chop. Boom. Off the ropes, Deonna. Deonna takes down with a kind of lariat sort of thing. And again, bang. Kick to the gut. Bang. Kick head. Down. Is she going to go for the Fuzi arm? She's going for the Fuzi arm bar. And she's holding it down. I'm hoping this isn't it. King doesn't tap out here. I mean, King's rolled it over. 1, 2. Boom! Big kick to the head. Big kick to the head. 1, 2. Still only a 2. This is a good match. This is one of these matches that are just dead cheeky. It's a cheeky little match, mate. Super cheeky. Man, I've just eaten this whole bar in 7 minutes. It's not good for you at all. Deonna just went for the Queen's Gambit there, by the way. King powered out. Gutbuster into DDD for pin for King. 1. Oh, not even 1, mate. Deonna jumped out of that, and King's like, shit! Shit. What am I going to do? God. 2-time knockout champion. You've got to remember that, King. Deonna has that. She has the ability. She's one of the best mat wrestlers in the business. Deonna powers out with another slam. King kicks in the gut again. Big kick that Deonna just gave to King. Jumped up. King went for some sort of karate kick there. Fouled. Boom. On the floor. Flatliner. Into the clutch. King has gonna have to go, man. Oh no, she's rolled it to pin it. So Deonna's had to break up. King just got some... Sorry, back for food. King just got some beast mode kick there. Massive slam to the floor. This should have been over. But this is the thing. Deonna's a fighter, mate. She's a fighter. She is going to go for this. Taylor Wilde is looking out the side of the ring. She is looking puss in footed. She's like, what is going on, man? This lass is like crazy. She ain't going to lose this match. She's going for something else, something big. She's going for the King's Curse. She's going for something massive. Oh, Deonna's out of it. Fusion, blah, 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 blah. I don't think she's going to counter this time. I don't think she's got that deep as hell, mate. Oh, she's pulling her arm back from the rope. She's brought her arm in. Ref's called it. Ref has called it. Ref has called it. Deonna Purrazzo beats King. Deonna Purrazzo beats King. But remember this, people, about King. She has faced 2 knockout champions in the last couple of weeks. Beast mode, mate. Absolute beast mode of a match. This was a match of proving who has the better ability, who is the more talented talent. And we are seeing clear cut. The screen has cut into Trinity. Trinity's looking and she's like, wow, this girl's got it. This girl will go deep. And Deonna, she kicks the floor, wipes the carpet. King's out of there, man. Wow. Sunday the 27th in Toronto, Emergence, is going to be some good stuff. It's going to be some good stuff. I mean, I say this consistently, I say this honestly, I say this legitimately all the bloody time. I must bore everybody that listens to these YouTube videos and Twitches and Facebook Lives and whatever I do, because Deonna Purrazzo is the #1 best talent in professional wrestling. No debate, no argument. Let me just cut into a slight break. It's Kenny King currently in talking at the minute. He's talking about Swinger being 748 years old or something along the lines of that. But I want to quickly talk about this, mate. I ain't sponsored by Mr. Beast at all, but I've just smashed this Mr. Beast bar. I've seen it for like 15 quid in places, alright? I'm not even going to lie. And I saw it for like 2 quid in my local shop. And I thought, oh God, I'll have a quick crack at that. I'll have a go at that. And you know what? That is a very nice chocolate bar. It is super not going to be good for you. I've just eaten the whole thing. I mean, supposedly there's only 7 ingredients in there. So there's cane sugar, cocoa butter, that's 2. Chocolate liqueur, don't know what that means. Milk, peanuts, salt powder. There's more than 7. There's more than 7 ingredients in there. Well, that's alright, that's not bad. Just to add, I have walked today 38,000 steps. So I'm not that bothered. I'm not that bothered in all comes of it. Loads of segments are coming up currently. So let's have a look what's going on. We've got Santana, we've got Bully Ray, and we've got who we got? What's going on there? Bully Ray is trying to intimidate Santana. Typical Bully Ray though, and that's why he's such a great wrestler. He gets his gimmick. He gets that he has to be an arsehole. He gets that he has to have a fuggy sort of attitude. And do you know what? At the end of the day, you can't complain about Bully. Again, it's something else that I always say about it. It's one of my favourite stories that Bully Ray's ever told is that he actually went with this Bully Ray gimmick to Vince, and I believe it must have been in the PG era, and they weren't going to jump on this gimmick at all. All right, so he took it to Impact. And first time around the Impact, it was absolutely brilliant. And so we've got Santana talking to Myers, one of my favourite wrestlers. We've got Moose, again, one of my favourite wrestlers. And we've got Bully Ray trying to intimidate Santana. It's not going to happen, mate, because he's a beast. And basically, the logic of this segment is you've got to do something about PCO. PCO came back alive last week, went straight after Bully, wants to kill Bully, wants to finish Bully off in that sense. Yeah. Myers is talking about what he is going to be doing. He wants something like the multiverse. He doesn't even want a champion. Some sort of 6-man possibly, or something along the lines of that. It's hard to watch in subtitles, people. It's hard to watch in subtitles. So we've got I think I can't remember his name. So the what is his name? One of Kushida's lads that he's just been tagging with. He's sort of calling out everybody currently. Man, this is a long segment. It's probably better with sound as well, to be fair. Yeah, sorry, I'm sitting here in silence. I'm trying to read it. I'm trying to read what they're doing. So Alex Shelley's turn up now. Alex Shelley's just gone, yep. I'm assuming that's going to be a Mars versus Shelley match. I'll have a quick flick on Twitter because that would have been announced last night. You got to remember, I'm watching this like 14 hours late because of how busy I have been. That's not called Twitter anymore. It's called X, isn't it? How does people feel about that, by the way? X. Is people happy with X? So we're moving into our next match currently. There you go. Some of them will come up here. So this is exciting. This is exciting. So talk about women's wrestling. We talk about women's wrestling. How many shows have 2 opening matches with women's wrestling? We just had Deonna versus King. And now we have got a tag team that I called. I called this months ago that this should happen. We have got Killer Bloody Kelly, Masha Bloody Slamovich versus Savannah Evans. No, what is it? No, it must be Killer Kelly versus Jessica versus Savannah Evans. Yeah, that's what it is. But this is going to be beast because I literally love all of these wrestlers in the room. All of them highly talented. All of them absolutely brilliant. But Jessica has the crowd. This is the thing. There's no counts. There's no disqualification. This is submission in the ring. Basically, this is going to be a good old match. Killer Kelly's a lunatic. He's an absolute lunatic. And she's walking up to Savannah Evans. Sort of kind of like a prey, like an animal. She's like a beast from Portugal and she just wants to kill people. And Jessica and Savannah, they're about the same size. They're facing each other right in the face. Look at the aggressiveness. Look at the aggressiveness there, mate. Oh, darn. And then sort of like Killer gets in there and it's sort of like this weirdness she can bring to the ring. That is absolutely brilliant. And Jessica's just lobbed her. The crowd's applauded, sort of like, because she's done so. But what's Killer going to do? She's going to go to that top rope. She's going to hop off that top rope. Hopefully kick somebody in the face. Alright, we're seeing a little bit of a kick fest there, a little bit of a punch fest. That's it. A nice, lovely little dive. Took them both down. Jessica's running up to the ring. Kelly takes them both down. Jessica is stood up tall. She clamoured on the ropes to get up tall. But then what Kelly does, she comes in and starts smacking and pounding. Bang. Big elbow to the face. Taken down on the floor. Big kick to the chest. This is a dangerous position because the thing about Killer Kelly, she sees a moment and she takes it. She's the smallest person in the ring. She wants the scrap. God, Kelly just nutted, mate. Nutted. Okay. Alright, Savannah Evans. She was going up for a Hurricanrana possibly, and then Savannah just turns her a big slap. Savannah is just giving her an aggressive, evil German suplex. One of the greatest moves in professional wrestling. If you get it right, it looks like you've killed somebody. Alright, Savannah goes into cover. 1, 2. Jessica's gone back. She wants that scrap. Jessica's just punching her. She's doing sort of like the old Dusty Rhodes stuff. All going for one of these. Going for one of these. Boom. It was like the atomic elbow, mate. It was something along the lines of that. Anyway, and it super fun. She's going for a massive sidewalk slam. It looks like does a sidewalk slam, but not all the way. God, love the lady. Love the lady. She is sick. She's gone for some sort of like a slam there again, a cover in that element. Killer Kelly's broken up the pin. Kelly's gone straight up for her submission. She's going for it. She's got a sleeper really tight into Jessica here. Alright. Jessica looks like she's fading. She's going to fade. Is she going to fade? No, she's brought her back. She's going to throw her to the turnbuckle, surely. Surely. She's got to. Boom, yes. Is she going to go for it again? Come on, Jessica. Come on. Or are you going to smash her on the floor? Bang. That's the problem when power and skill comes about. Power does tend to win in the professional wrestling industry. Savannah Emmons is gone from master lock or whatever you want to call it. Fouled it. She's going for some sort of crazy... Oh, shit. Some crazy evil DDT. She hits the crazy DDT. The doo-doo too. Okay. And we're seeing Kelly back on her feet, man. She's being smart, she's being clever. Bloody hell. She just slammed flipping Savannah Evans onto Jessica. This match is messy as fuck. I'm not going to pretend it isn't. And then 1, 2, 3, it's happened. But that was so messy. Wasn't an awful match. And this goes out to the guy, alright? So, I don't know if you listen to my stuff, whoever's listening or anything like that. A few weeks back, a bloke messaged me privately on X, alright, and said to me, all you are is a bloody mark for Impact Wrestling. Oh, that's all you are. Just a mark for Impact Wrestling. A mark basically means somebody that marks out, that enjoys it, that's a super fan. And there is some bloody truth to that. Alright? But, okay, I am critical when it needs to be critical. And I'm sorry to say, that match we just previously had was messy as hell. But, again, did not enjoy it. Yes, I'm a mark. Yeah, so we've gone to that Dango thing. And Dango does this great little segment set, right, where he sort of like, he's standing in a car park and he's telling his truth, okay, and he's doing it about Jake something. He's basically gone, dude, if you want to be Mike Awesome, absolute WCW, absolute general wrestling legend in that sense, okay, flipping, you're just a Mike Awesome wannabe, alright, and yeah, back to Dango. Dango does these great segments where he is on his own or he's with his new security guard, Bravo, that's had a holiday in Vietnam. And and he's doing this in the sense of, I hate professional wrestling. Because he is taking the piss out of his gimmick in the concept, right, of what he was in WWE. What he was in WWE, he was just a pure entertainer. That's all he was, right? He did his little dance, right, with his partner, and then he jogged on. And did a little match. But he was released, wasn't he? So he's at Impact Wrestling. Now he was at NWA, and he's come in and he's like, oh, I have to fight these people, man. I actually have to fight these people. So he does his great little gimmick, these little segments in the sense of how abusive he actually is. And that, but it's great stuff. And now they're currently flipping Tinder. Jake something's Tinder and taking the piss out of him. Hilarious. We're now coming into another match, and this match will be good. This is Kevin Knight. He's that's who I was trying to remember his name earlier on. He's Kashiba's sort of like apprentice in that element. He is a great wrestler. He proved how great of a wrestler he was. Sorry, my nipple fell out there. He proved how great of a wrestler he was at that Ultimate X. And he just generally does it in New Japan as well. And he's a super exciting talent. He wears the orange like Kashiba. He wears his sunglasses and stuff like that. Versus the big man. Versus Moose. Moose is one scary mofo, man. He's one scary motherfucker. Alright? And I'm not going to lie, he walks down a ramp and he's staring at me, or he's staring me down the alley. I'm running, mate. I'm running scared. I'm running in tears. He's so intense with absolutely everything he does. And all he wants to do is beat the shite out of something. I'm very excited about his match at Multiverse with Shane Hask, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Moose and Eddie Edwards, which is a bit weird tag team combination because he's currently tag team with Brian Myers, but that's going to be super good. All intense wrestlers. And Zack Sabre Jr. is one of the most intense British wrestlers in the game, and I would love him. I would love to see him having a kind of full-time contract with somebody like Impact, because I think Zack Sabre Jr. would go and mess a lot of people up. Now let's get some facts about Moose. Moose is the former TNA champion. Laugh out loud if you get it, you get it. Impact champion. And what does he do tonight straight away? He just bitch slaps Knight. Just bitch slaps him and fucking sorry for the French here, just picks him up like he's nothing and slams him on the floor. Knight gets back up. And I want Knight, a few fun facts about Knight. Knight has some insane vertical jump. Not necessarily strength. Oh my God, Moose just picked him up and threw him on the floor like a little baby again. That was bloody ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Right? God. And he's trying to get a bit of a cheeky collar and elbow going here. But he's just been booted right to the ribs, right to the guts, right to the stomach, right to the midsection. And Moose has just gone for some crazy ass slap. I'm not going to lie. If you don't watch Impact Wrestling, just Google Impact Moose. You'll see how big he is. Right? How burly he is. How much of a beautiful human specimen he is. Former NFL player. Chopping like Fook. God. Man, if you want your day ruined, get Moose to chop you. Get Moose to chop you. Darn. Oh, Knight's turning around. He's getting some cheeky chops in. They're tiny though. Moose just grabs Knight's head. Oh my God. Oh my God. Just grabs his head and throws him into the turnbuckle. Knight actually gets a kick there. Cheeky little kick. Knight goes up to the top rope because he loves the top rope. Gets boomed. He gets slammed on his ass. Alright. Gets slammed on his ass. Alright. Yes, he kicked out. But Moose is going for the kill. Was it? Yeah, it was a 1 count, Moose. It was a 1 count, son. That's all it was. Moose is on top of him now. Throwing down punches. Ref has called it. He said, like, get off you, man. Get off him. Moose goes to intimidate the ref. Don't work. The ref's G, man. The ref doesn't care. Now Moose is just standing on Knight's head. Bloody heck. What are we watching, man? This is. Do you know what? I love a good squash match. But this is squashing somebody. That slam that he's threw him into then. Moose is going up for a powerbomb. Knight jumps out of it. Knight gets a beautiful little cheeky super kick there. He's going back again. He went to close hang on Moose, but Moose is like 400 metres high. He's going for another close hanger. Doesn't really do anything. Moose is still on his feet. He fouls to throw him to the turnbuckle. Reverse for Moose. Okay. Knight gets an elbow to the face. Knight goes up for some sort of super punch. Moose bloody... Oh my God. Kind of choke slams into the floor. I'm not sure you want to call that. He literally catches... Yeah, bloody. It catches him. Bang. Dude. This is what you get with Impact Wrestling, people. This is what you get with Impact Wrestling. Big matches. Big storylines. Good wrestling, man. And both these guys are good. Knight, oh my God, Moose just loves Knight like a little baby into the turnbuckle. And look, Moose is like, I don't give a crap, man. I don't give a crap. I've got things to do. And you're just in my way, boy. Every time you think Knight's going to get a decent run, every time you think Knight's going to be able to move, he can't move. Alright? Because Moose's power is too much for him. his intensity, his aggressiveness, his insane ability to make you poop your pants even though you're 3,000 miles away, i.e. me. Darn, mate. Darn. Ah, man. Moose just goes for another smack behind the back of the head. Knight was trying to get a little cheeky punch in, but it was never going to happen. Smash to the down ground. Give credit where credit is due to Knight that he will not die, but he is. Moose he's just slapping him now. It's gone to the point of being aggressive and evil to sort of like mocking the lad. Slap in the face again. Slap in the face again. Come on, Knight. I want to see some of these verticals, man. You can do. That's it. Does a nice diving sort of jump. Gets really high. Takes Moose. Doesn't get off his feet. He's trying to take Moose off his feet. He's going for them punches. Going for them elbows to the faces. And Moose is on his knees, but not. And Knight went for some crazy. Oh my god. Went for some sort of crazy DDT, possibly something into that moveset. But Moose literally catches him. Lobs him right out of that bloody ring. God, mate. God, mate. This is good. Just to throw this out as well, we're getting close to Impact Wrestling 1000. This is 996, I believe. That 1000th episode is going to be exciting. We're seeing Devon Dudley return with Bully, so that's going to be good stuff. I'm not sure what they're going to be wearing. Are they going to be wearing Team 3D gear, or are they going to go down the route of aces and eights? That'll be either way. It'll be cool. Moose is just standing on the back of his neck now. Knight, this kid Knight, mate, he's got passion. He has got sort of grit, and that's what you got to respect here. The passion and the bloody grit that he's got. He will not die. But his mentor, Kushida, has that attitude as well. He does not die. He does not die. And Knight's back on the floor again. Moose is playing with the crowd. Darn, man. This is, do you know what? For being a major squash, this is good. This is good because we're seeing this kid Knight. He's got grit. He knows that he has the ability to do something at sometimes. Emergence, there's going to be an 8-man tag, all right, with Kushida, I believe it's Kushida, Knight, Shelley, Josh Alexander maybe, all right, versus Moose, Myers, Bully, and I'm assuming Leo Rush. Yeah, great little moveset there. So a little bit of offense there by Knight. Knight's going in for some more. Doesn't quite. Oh, foul choke slam into sort of like a shoulder, like an elbow grab sort of thing. Moose is out the ring now. He's having a breather. He's doing the smart thing. He's being intelligent. He's being clever. Knight's going to go and do some form of suicide dive. It looks like. No, suicide dive flip. Moose catches him, man. Catches him. Power. Oh, was going to power bomb, but Knight's turned it into a hurricanrana. Moose is on his ass. You brain boss. You are using your brain. You're withstanding these powerful slams and a little bit of finesse. All right, you are getting there. Knight's going for a second suicide dive-ish sort of thing. Flip hits him that time. Oh, that's so nice. That hurricanrana. He's such an. I love. Do you know what? I always say this to people. With guys that do high flying. High flying's like a pizza or a curry to me, a takeaway curry. I don't want it every week, but when I do get it, I want to see it madly, mate. I want to see loads of it. It's like when you have a pizza, you sort of like you haven't had a pizza in like 6 months, and then you sort of like have 5 of them in one day. That's kind of the thing with high flying wrestling for me. Great missile drop kick by Knight. Moose is down now. The match is turned. The match is turned. But you can never, ever, when a guy is so powerful like this, Knight was going for a DDT. Moose was going to go into the spear, fouls it, roll up, 1-2. Knight rolls into, just a 2 count. Oh, Canadian death, whatever it is. Canadian, an overused move. You can tell I'm tired today. I can't even remember what I'm saying. I had a cracking day though. I went to work and then I went and saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with the kids. And then came back to do this. Which, to be fair, is my passion, is this Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling is my passion. On that note, I always remind people I will be at Newcastle in October, but I will be at AEW next week at Wembley, which I'm super excited about. I'm meeting more and more people from Middlesbrough is going to be there as well, which is going to be a good event, to be fair, all in all. Oh, Moose has just slammed Knight onto the ropes. Moose is taking him straight back up. Powerbomb with authority, like a gangster, and he's going to finish him off with the spear. As soon as he gets up, he's going to be speared to hell. Spear, doom, dead. 1, 2, 3. Moose knows he's got that. That was too easy in a lot of ways. And where Moose failed in this specific match for me is he could have tied this up earlier, but the problem is Knight has too much grit. Too much bloody grit. And you got to respect that. Rewatching that powerbomb is death, mate. Sorry for yawning, people. One of the most important things in wrestling is the replay. That took too much effort. He should have finished it off earlier, but that was a good match. That was funny. So Moose basically said, "Why did you send that little young boy? Because I'm the wrestling god." That's his Twitter handle, the wrestling god, or X handle. Oh, it's a shame I ain't got sound because I love these boys. The Rascals are being interviewed. They're being interviewed about their tag team match. I believe that'll be later in this match. They're one step closer to be facing Subculture. You know, Subculture, British tag team champions of Impact Wrestling. This is a big match when it happens, because I do know the results of this one. But first, they have got to get through Sami Callihan and Rick Swann, which will not be an easy match when it comes down to it. It will be a very difficult match. Oh, ABC have entered. Ace and Bay Connection. And it's sort of kicking off. They're all getting a bit aggressive. They're all getting a bit angry. Santana comes and sorts it out like he does, like a good boss man. And he doesn't want this behaviour. Bay's mouthing off as usual. This is... So Santana's basically saying, ABC is saying, they've done this, and Santana said, look man, I need evidence. I'm not going to be able to punish on claims. That's a good lawyer. That is a good lawyer. I'm just trying to find my laptop charger, because my wife's laptop actually, because I've just noticed this is going to run out of battery. The Rascals, guys, I will say this. Check them out if you don't know who they are. Trey Miguel and Wentz. Oh my god, it's the design. It's Dina and Kong. This is going to be a bit of fun. Dina loves to talk. I believe this is Kong wrestling in this one. Is it against Young? Can't remember. I think it might be against Eric Young. Kong's in there. Kong's a beast, man. I can never get to remember. It was in WWE. I think it was in a tag team called The Awakening, or that might have been the tag team after he left. But he's a big old git. He's a big old git, like scary big in that sense. Versus Eric Young, man, and Eric Young himself is scary as hell as well. I wouldn't want to face Eric Young. We talk about intense though. He is intense. He's an intense wrestler. Absolute dog of a wrestler, man. He doesn't give up at all or anything like that. World class maniac, mate. He had so he's got quite an interesting career. So he had a nice little career with Team Canada, all right, and that was super good stuff. We saw the aggressiveness that you see of him now, and then he kind of became a sort of like a comedy character for a short time period with OBD. But I didn't hate it. It worked for them. It worked well enough. It was good wrestling, all right. Still. Do you know what? I love Eric Young comes out in this great mask. It kind of looks like the Iron Giant's face in a lot of ways. It's just really, really quality stuff. Really good gear he looks in that sense. But Young is intense as hell, and he has built. I wish I was built that beautiful in the sense of muscle wise, not. But he's versus Kong, man. Kong's a big guy. Kong's a good big guy. Young's not scared. Young's not scared of people like Bully or Dina or anyone with that sort of concept in pro wrestling, or Moose or Brian Myers. He's not scared of bullies. He is the guy that will be able to beat the bullies. He's the guy that you want to be best friends with at school. Go straight in there for a collar and elbow. Kong does win that, man. Does win that. Lobs him back. But he don't get too cocky. Because throwing people around, as we just learned in the previous match, which, yeah, throwing people around did technically win it, doesn't win it for long, because you get moments. And we see, that was nice. We see Eric Young just freaking smacking one. And he goes to Dina as well. That's the problem. He's got to ignore Dina. They were going to collide into each other. Kong took him down straight. Murder, mate. Murder on the dance floor. Murder on the dance floor. When you have a force running into a force, it don't work quite like how you want to work it. Kong's choking Young on the ropes. Dina's shouting his mouth off, and takes him with a little bitch slap while the referee isn't working. It's a bit of as they call in the Northeast, a shit house kind of move. Why would you do that? What was the need of that? There was no need of that, mate. You didn't have to go down that route. But you did, and that's fine. Kong's logged him out of the ring again. I wouldn't be surprised if Dina gets a little cheeky kick in the slap because the referee ain't looking. Yep, he's gone for another kick and get another punch in the face. Another punch in the face. The referee didn't see it. Alright. The crowd saw it very clearly. I saw it clearly. Everybody in professional saw it. I'm really sorry. I've been up since ridiculous hours in the morning. I had to get to work quite early this morning so I could get to take John out really today. Kong's gone for a pin, 1-2. Both these wrestlers are unhinged fundamentally when it comes down to it. Kong's doing this kind of sort of like a massage, choky sort of massage, it looks to me. He's forcing the body down as hard as possible. Alright, putting pressure on that spine, putting pressure on that neck, putting pressure on that shoulders. Okay, but Young's trying to power out of it, And Young he has got the ability to power out of it. But Kong is brutal. His momentum and strength is mad. And do you know what? For a big guy, he's fast as heck. There you go. Little thumb lock. Little cheeky thumb lock by Eric Young. Broken by Kong. And then Kong gets slapped, man. Slapped. Punched. Slapped. Slapped. Flipping up. And then Kong reverses, throws him to the turnbuckle. Young takes him over. Bang on the floor. This is the first moment really of the match. You're seeing some really good momentum. He's taken off his feet. Right, and Young is gonna... No. I love it when they do that. Do you know them weird little flips they do outside the ring? Kong and then Young went straight for the top rope on the other side of the ring. He was, I believe, going to drop kick him possibly. Young's got him in his shoulders. Death Valley Driver, man. Khan is down. Darn. That was beast. The momentum with Young at that point was insane. Absolutely insane. Khan is just looking at him like he's going to eat him for breakfast. Just stalking him. He's going to go for a big chokeslam. Misses the chokeslam. Young comes in. Dina just smacks him in the back. This is going to be a disqualification. And then Dina goes after the lady ref. Dina doesn't give a shit. Khan doesn't give a shit. Dina wants him lifted in the air. Big chokeslam, smash to the floor. Dina has taken off his white, awful leather jacket. He's going to DDT Young straight into that chair. Boom. That was a gorgeous DDT, though. That was artistic. Young C. Mate, I do wonder about the DDT. When people do a really good DDT, do they go, Jake, what do you think of my DDT? You invented it, dude. That was gorgeous, though. He should actually ask Jake the Snake, what he thinks of it. Because that is a cracking. And he's just sitting on Young. Like he's defeated Young. I kind of feel like Young's been robbed of another moment here in a lot of ways because of the design. But I get the storyline. The storyline works. The storyline makes total sense. I mean, if you don't know the storyline, Dina was brought into a group about a couple of years back called Violent by Design, and Violent by Design was Eric Young's little group. I'm trying to remember who was in Violent by Design actually. In all fairness, I know Rhino was for a bit, and it was basically Dina took over Violent by Design. And they cut it back, and it was called Design. Now this is fun. This is Joe Hendry and Euler. Anything Joe Hendry and Euler do, I'm into. Joe Hendry is Scott, top lad, top guy, gorgeous guy. Euler, great little Japanese talent. They are now a tag team. They do dances together. They enjoy their life together. They dress the same. It's kind of romantic. They turn up with each other. They mess around with each other. It's cute. It's cute. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy things like this. The silliness where some wrestling fans don't enjoy it. But when you've got wrestlers that can get away with that really, really well, why not use it? Why not use it? in that sense, and Joe Hendry does use it really well. He gets it. This is the thing. This is why we're believers in the house. We all believe in Joe Hendry in this house. And Eula, Henry have a little sort of like slap of each other's hands. Very sweet. Very romantic. So, this is a talk show segment with Crazy Steve. And it left off last week basically with Tom asking Steve, how's your home life? And basically Steve here is explaining what his home life was like. He was brought up in a broken home. He was brought up in a trailer park. His dad was hard working. He was also an alcoholic. He abused him mentally and verbally. And he's scarred, but none of them scars are never really truly healed. So this is the basic on why Crazy Steve is the character he is. A little bit demonic, a little bit crazy, a little bit nuts. And Steve is pretty much saying here he's always been on the receiving end of evil, of badness, of horribleness. And that is building something there. That is totally building something there. When that kind of evil's been inflicted on them. I don't know what they're building here. I honestly don't know what they're building here. But it could be good. And he talks about his mum. He talks about his mum being his number one supporter, his biggest fan. It's always the mother. The mother is always that. She's always, okay, the number one fan of their son. And he's saying here that my mum had kidney failure. She had depression. She had bouts of cancer. She did her best to look after him and love him. He's going on basically about her being a supportive son all the way through. And he's giving that old sort of like spiel that happens in quite a lot of wrestling promos. Well, I had to work, I had to grind, I have to get here from that sense. And do you know what? He did. And in 2014, I believe he made his debut. His dream came true. What he wanted, he came to Impact Wrestling. And eventually he would be in Decay. All right, with Abyss and so. And he talked about last week Abyss leaving him and stuff like that. It's very pitiful in a lot of ways, but it was actually really, really good in other ways because it's a great reminder. It's a great reminder of Impact's history because Impact has a very, very good history in that sense. And they're just showing some reminders of the debut. It's showing of some of the team members he's worked with. This is a really long segment actually. Really good segment as well because we're seeing the power of wrestling through words, and that's what wrestling's also about. It's about that shitty entertainment that some people don't specifically enjoy, which I do enjoy, and I think it's one of the most important parts of pro wrestling. The shitty entertainment side of it is one of the most important parts of it. Because the thing about it is, if you want pure violence, go and watch MMA, man. Because that's real. This stuff isn't real. This stuff is choreographed. This stuff is actors mixed with stuntmen, and this is why it's good. I always explain it to people as choreographed violent ballet. And Tom's basically pushing it down at this point and saying, "I never really heard any of this, man. This is sad." And he generally feels for Steve. And to be fair, man, I feel for Steve. and it's going to be concluded. I assume there's going to be a third part, and that third part will be as good as the first part. We have got Sabian back. Yes, Sabian is looking, and he's going. He's God. He pretty much just wants to get Lio Rush. Who doesn't want to beat the shit out of Lio Rush, to be fair, in the professional wrestling world? The guy likes to retire. He likes to come back. He likes to piss about. But he's been everywhere. But you got to respect him for that. Major League. He's been flipping. He's been New Japan. He's been WWE. He's been AEW. And Sabian just wants to kick the shit out of him. He wants to, in fact, give him an arse whooping. That is what he said. That has what he has said. I want to give him an arse whooping. Samurai Del Sol has turned up. Samurai Del Sol. One of, not the greatest luchadors, but from a popular perspective, he will probably be top 10. I can never actually remember who he was in WWE. He was Kalisto maybe. Great little wrestler. Oh, he's out. He is out, the two-time world champion from Hell's Kitchen, established in 1991, Bully Ray. He is coming out with a chain. He's coming out with some dustbins. He is going to be having a scrap. I can never remember how to say his name. Tyrus. The guy that wears a ball in his head. And Bully's sort of walking out and he's just clapping. Clapping his things. Boom. Clapping his bins. Boom. 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 Clapping his bins. Chucking his bins in there. Do you know what? I'm going to say this honestly, and if Bully Ray ever hears this, I doubt if he will never, but mate, put them flipping vests on sale. Them hardcore 5150 vests, man. They are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. He's going to be pooping himself, though, just to let you know, because he's scared that PCO is going to turn up. He's scared PCO is going to turn up. He is scared of the French-Canadian Frankenstein. He does not want to be beaten up by him. And Black Taurus has walked out. Black Taurus has walked out. A luchador, a guy that is hard as nails, right? Do you know what? This is gonna be good fun. This is gonna be a good fun match. I can tell you from a mile off. By the way, just to let you know, Taurus is actually a part of Decay, right? And he's gone straight in there. Bully was wanting the scrap. Taurus has gone straight in there. He's smacking around Bully. That's what we like to see. We like to see the heel get his ass whooped. And he's taken down Bully again. Off the rope. Bully takes bumps like a king. Bully takes bumps like a king. Remember, everybody, Bully is a 33-year veteran. He was a legit one of the what they would say, ECW originals. He was a multiple tag team champion, okay, with Devon Dudley. Alright, but I will say this to people. I don't think he peaked till he got to Impact. Till Aces and Eights. Till he had 2 world championships. Because Bully at that point moved from a character that was invented for him that continuously went for a long time to something that he wanted to be. Taurus has just dived over the top rope onto Bully. Bully's on his ass. Bully is taking a beating here, man. Oh, God, how old is he? 53? It's got to be something like that. It's got to be something like that. He is taking an arse whipping. Smashed off the post. Smashed off the post again. Big punch by Taurus. Big headbutt. By the way, there's a great boss fight figure coming out soon of Black Taurus. Boss fight. They do some of my favourite figures. They do like a basic set where I've got a Ty Valkyrie, which is an absolutely gorgeous figure. I believe that's her first and only actually art-tated figure, actually. Really great figure. Ty Valkyrie, fantastic Impact wrestler. Currently in AEW, which I don't hate at all. I don't hate at all because she has done the Impact thing. And she deserves that push into that major promotion thing. She had it shit in him in NXT. She wasn't used properly. She was just some sort of like person that held a small dog. Dumb storyline. She's far better than that. Taurus going for a massive hit with the bin. I'm not sure what flipping Bully's actually done in this match. Taurus is just smacking that bin like a madman. I'm trying to work out what Bully's actually done. Is he going to go through this table? Taurus just goes for a headbutt. I respect that though. If you're going to do it, go for it and go for it big, mate. Taurus is smacking about a chair currently. I love his aggressiveness. And he's going to go for Bully again. Oh no, Bully's just grabbed his mask. At last, Bully is doing something big. Nice. Been waiting for this, boss. Bully's grabbing that ladder. He's going to lob it. He's going to try to lob him into it. I wouldn't be surprised if Bully takes his bump in all fairness. Which he's going to, yeah. Face first into the ladder. He's 53, people. He's 53. No 53-year-olds do that generally now. Do you know what I mean? There's very few wrestlers you can say in the industry that can wrestle up to their late ages. Bully Ray's one of them. Ric Flair is another one because he retired last year. And do you know what? You got to throw in Sting, man. You've honestly got to throw in Sting into that. In that sense, the way they're wrestling is absolute brilliant stuff. Bully doing one of his classic sort of like dive bumps. It's absolutely great what he does. He just falls. He falls flat facing the floor. Taurus has gone for a pin. Doesn't even get half one. Bully's straight back on his feet. Now this is the different thing in it about being a scrapper. Bully smacks him straight in the back. Chucks back the chair. He's trying to get Taurus back on his feet. Trying to get Taurus back on his feet. I think this is kind of one of the matches where he's also trying, or he's going for smack, little punch. He was going to go for the atomic elbow sort of thing. Taurus is just nutting him. I think Bully, in this sense, is trying to show the world massive Samoan drop on Bully. He's just trying to show the world that he can do it. And he's also trying to show the world currently that PCO doesn't scare him. Taurus is going to the top rope. I'm assuming that he's going to do some sort of kind of a moonsaulty, flippy thing. Really good, actually. A twisting senton, I believe it's called. Bully's still jumping, man. You ain't going to take Bully down that easily. And that's what's got to be remembered here. Bully is legit. He's legit. Bully's being laid on the ladder. Taurus is going for that top rope again. Is he going to try that twisted senton or is he going to go for a moonsault? Twisted senton, misses it, jumps onto the ladder, darn. The bastard looked like he died then. Bully goes straight for the pin. Bully wins that match. Not deservedly at all. Okay. But that was a good match. That was an okay match. That was an okay match for what it was. And that's what some matches are about. Black Taurus came in motivated. He generally thought he was going to win this match. He had all the momentum. But it takes 1 second of making a mistake. And that's what happened there. One mistake lost you the match. But Bully's just smashing shit now. Oh, the light's gone out. The lightning's appeared. PCO is here. The French-Canadian Frankenstein is coming to whoop some ass. He is... I love PCO. Love PCO to pieces. Absolutely fantastic wrestler, talent, great Ring of Honor career, was a tag team champion in the WWF at one point as well. He's such a great wrestler, and I believe he's got to be in his early 50s as well. He's got to be. Bully's gone. He's trying to choke him. He's trying to choke. He's trying to flip in. Oh, he's kind of just choke slammed PCO into the table, but PCO straight back up. PCO, mate, is legit, mate. He is Frankenstein. Bully rolls out, shits his pants again, shouts his mouth off, and he's running away. He is running away. Jumps back to last week when Frankie Kazarian accidentally hit Alicia Edwards, with a kendo stick. Didn't mean to do it at all. Literally didn't mean to do it at all. But he feels shit. He feels guilty. Eddie's fuming with him. I'd be fuming with him. Okay, but it was an accident. All Eddie fundamentally has to do is re-watch the video. So it's just giving us sort of like a wee update. Eddie is on the condition of Alyssa. She's a badass, basically, he said. She's beat up. She's hurting a wee bit. She's going to be okay. That's all you really need to know when it comes down to it. She is going to be okay. Frankie Kazarian's walked in. They've gone face to face again. This has gone on for a while, Frankie versus Eddie, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Joe, what? The great thing about Impact's roster, a good 80 to 85% of all wrestlers have a current storyline. They're all working on some form of project every other week or every other week. And this is the good thing about having a good locker room, a medium-sized locker room, and when you are not doing it, because what you're doing is you are making great television wrestling. And this is one of my big things at the minute, is that products like AEW don't do great television wrestling. They do amazing pay-per-views. And they try to make a pay-per-view every single week when I don't think many wrestling fans want it. I don't think casuals want it, fundamentally. I think the casuals want good weekly wrestling. And I think that is something that AEW lacks, that Impact does have, which WWE does have. Actually, if you want me the honest truth, I do say this honestly as well. I think Major League has that, and I also have NWA has that. And I think one of the issues that you got with AEW is it is geared for a certain kind of fan. Which, fundamentally, when it comes down to it, I always say that I am that fan. I am that fan. But what's more interesting is my wife's not that fan. My wife doesn't like the AEW. She puts up with it. She doesn't like it. So, and my two daughters don't like it. My son does. He's a mark though. So, but this is the kind of point that I'm making, is that you need to have good television wrestling, and all of them can, interestingly enough, watch Impact. By the way, Multiverse is going to be awesome. There's some really great matches. They're just showing the advert there. The strong match, the strong women's title match is going to be brilliant. It's going to be brilliant. And the Bullet Club versus the World match is going to be class as well. Kenta, all sorts of guys are wrestling in that. Alice Shelley versus Tamahashi. Now, if you just want one match to watch, there is that match. There is that match. Great thing. Great thing. All right. To say about professional wrestling in that sense is that we have the opportunities like this. Sabian versus Samurai De La Soul next week. That's going to happen. That's going to be a great match. Trinity versus Jodie Fret. That'll be a good match. Jodie Fret's a great talent. One of Scott's Canadians. We've got the ABC versus the Good Hands. Again, That will be a very good match. The Good Hands, great tag team. We've got Laredo Kid versus Dina, and it's good we're seeing Dina wrestle a bit more. And we have, I believe, Alex Shelley versus Brian Myers. Do you know what? At the end of the day, whatever you want to say about Brian Myers is a top level talent. He is a top level talent. He's a big old bastard. He's a top wrestler. And we have next the number one contender for the tag team tournament, the Rascals. The Rascals versus Rick and Sami Callihan. And do you know what? This match I'm excited about. This match I'm generally buzzed about. This match, there's 15 minutes left. Let's hope it takes the whole 15 minutes. Let's hope, for the sake of God, that is the absolutely incredible match. So the Rascals are coming out right at this second. Sorry, I'm just retweeting the Major Figure Podcast. Download the latest episode. I always want to win their little competition, and this week it is the AEW Ring with Aubrey Edwards. And that'd be a great thing to own, to be fair. To go with my collection of many figures. In all fairness, I would probably take the ring apron off it and put the WCW one on I've got somewhere. Which I used to have a full-size ring, but they sold it. Versus Rick Swann, legend, and Sami Callihan, legend. It's going to be a great match. There's no debate about it. I will say to people, you're looking at the top 5 under 30 wrestlers currently. It's going to be Zachary Wentz. It's going to be Trey Miguel. It's going to be Marlon Reed. It's going to be Wesley. It's going to be people like Ace Austin and guys like that. They're all there, okay? And when you got the Rascals together, that's what you get. You get two of the best. You get two of the most talented. You get two of the most inspired by Motor City Machine Guns. And so, sorry, my nipples keep falling out. Anybody that's watching this. The aggressiveness currently going on there is absolutely beautiful. Sami Callihan shaking up them flipping cameras. That's the great thing about guys like Sami Callihan, the aggressiveness. The absolutely aggressive. He has a great podcast as well. If you get on the YouTube or you get the Impact YouTube sort of like extras or the Impact Wrestling sort of like website, he has an absolutely fantastic podcast, which is so funny because Sami Callihan is legit how he is in sort of like the sort of like the wrestling ring. He's literally, he lives his character. This match is starting off, I'm going deep into this, is Swann versus Trey Miguel starting off. Miguel is gone for that headlock straight away. He is going to do that really interesting thing, I reckon. Oh, Swann off the ropes. They're doing them beautiful little flips over each other. Swann gets it, man. He gets a missile drop kick. It's canny, that. That was canny. You didn't expect that at all there. Sami gets tagged in, and this is where it's going to get aggressive and it's going to get big. Sami goes straight for a hammer fist. Turns him over, puts him into a kind of... That looks like a chicken wing to me, but it's not quite. It was nearly there. Then wrecks the elbow all the way down to the floor. Throws Rick's in. Goes up and does sort of like an elbow thing. Wentz elbows Miguel. And then great double team by Swann and Callihan. Whack it, lob him across the room. Miguel's going straight in there, gets tripped over. They're going for a kick to the noodle. Double teaming. Simple things done well. And this is what Rick Swann and Sami do brilliantly. Same with Moose and Myers, in all fairness. Simple things done well. Trey gets his arse railroaded by Sami again. Murder she freaking wrote. That was nasty. And I believe Trey's rolled out. Rick's going to go for a suicide... Oh, was going to go for a suicide dive. His neck was grabbed. Oh. On the apron, man. Death Valley driver, man. Or a driver at least. onto the apron Sammy just gave to Trey. Sammy's getting the crowd, slapping him about. Rick's going to go for a nice little flip over the top. Love Swan. Love Swan 2 pieces. And it is a thumbs up, thumbs down by Sammy for the Rascals currently. This is a good little match. It's cheeky. Swan goes for a hit at the back. Sammy licks his hand. Slaps Trey like a bitch, man. They're going both up. Well, they're going to go for a thumbs up. Oh, no, they fail it. Rascals dig their thumbs into Sammy and Rick's eyes and then give him a super kick up for a moonsault. Both of them do the moonsault. Absolutely attractive stuff. And then it's a little bit of this by Trey. Nice little moonsaults. Trey's was a lot better. I won't lie there. It was, but what do I know? I can't do it. Sammy and Rick are down, man. Who are the legal people? I can't remember who the legal people are at this stage. Zachary's just beating the shite out of flipping Sammy's head. Little flip over the top for Trey. Lands on Rick. Nice little drop kick to Rick. Rick rolls out the ring again. Nice flip onto Sammy and Rick by Trey. Back in the ring. They just had a little wee American break there. Okay. Nice little crossbody by Rick. And we're sort of catching up. Both of them are looking for a hot tag currently. Oh, Zachary runs around the corner though. Just dumps Callahan. No, Zachary dumps Sami Callihan. And a nice little boot. Nice little kick to the back. I love this moveset. So, if you don't know who the Motor City Machine Guns are, you need to check them out. Alex Shelley, the current sort of heavyweight champion. Chris Sabian, former X Division, ×9 or something like that. The real reason why a lot of these tag teams do what they do is because of him. So the Rascals, the ABC, all their movesets are based around what they do, fundamentally. These fast, quick movements that pretty much win you the match. But the Motor City Machine Guns, the best. Oh, that's always evil, that. Nice little kick to the head. Yeah, Miguel is legal. He is the legal man. I've been trying to work out who's legal because it's been very messy in that sense. That's the thing. I think the commentary just said there that the Rascals are consistent, and they are so consistent. As a tag team, they're consistent. They've always been consistent when they were working with Wes and all that sort of thing. They're just a consistent tag team. They know what they're doing. They know what the moveset is. They know how to do the momentum. They know how to push the momentum. They know how to be effective, and they are so effective. Even the moments they're not effective, they are effective. Just like that then. Trey got sort of like coat hangered, all right, and the effectiveness is still there. They know what they're doing. To moment, and it's the hot tag Sammy versus Wentz. Sammy's coming in. He's losing this bit here. Thumbs up, thumbs down, DDT, slam from a thingamy, Bobby, whatever you want to call it, a flatliner. Bloody, it's a nice God. Sammy's so good. I say this every week when he's wrestling. I tell every flipping person this. He is so good. He is so good. He was going to go for another flatliner there. Failed. That Motor City Machine Gun movement there. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Amazing stuff here. 1, 2. Very close to the 3. Sammy jumps. That was attractive shit there. That was attractive stuff there. Quick tags as well. Rick's out of the way for now, so they're going to be moving quick now. They're going to be moving like beasts. They're going to be moving hot as well. Trey takes him to the floor. Does one of them flippy things. I was going to go for a super kick. Sami catches the super kick. Oh my bloody god. Cactus Driver 97 onto Trey Miguel by Sami. God. Sami Callihan just gets out of shit so well. So well. But, as I keep saying, the effectiveness is still there. The effectiveness is still moving. And it will move in a second. That was a brilliant moveset. Death Valley Driver 97 on both of them. Absolutely cracking stuff. Sami is dragging himself. He has got to the hot tag Rick Swan. Rick has come in. Super kick. Cracking stuff. Super kick. Cracking stuff. Major kick on top. Karate kick or some shit onto sort of like onto Zachary. Nice little kind of Hurricanrana stuff going on. 1-2, didn't quite get it. You're not going to get it. They're too good. The Rascals are too good. They're too consistent. They know exactly what they're doing. What is happening? So we've got Rick and Sami in there doing a move together. Is this going to be a holding suplex? Oh, they'll try to. Failed it. A nice little flip. Okay. Trey gets the little kick here. Oh. X kicking and a side slam. That was gorgeous stuff, guys. That was gorgeous stuff. My nipple's showing again, sorry. Absolutely gorgeous stuff. Such attractive wrestling. This is like X division stuff in a tag team division currently going. Rick's to the second. He's going to go for the 450. He lands on his legs. Miguel does like a spring flip into a Hurricanrana. Wentz is back. Wentz kicks down Sami. Wentz kicks Rick Swan. They went for that flippy thing. They did it. Oh, darn. Big stomp to flipping Rick's face, man. It's close to the end. It's close to the end. You can see it there. Sami and Rick are slowing so much it. It is close to the end. Rick's up to the second rope. Little cheeky kick. Like on Wentz's shoulders. Sami sort of saves Rick's ass there. Boom. Cheeky punch to both of them. Wentz super kick. Super kick again. God, they're all on their asses now. They are all laying on their asses. They are all dead. It's literally going to be, because there's literally a minute of the show left. Whoever's up is taking this match and is going to go to Emergence to fight Subculture. This is going to be a quick movement basis. Sorry, this shirt's like... I'm kind of on pyjamas. They're all getting up slowly. The referee's kind of encouraging it more than anything else. Sami smacks in the face. Rascals repeat back. They're just punching each other currently. Rascals get the kick to the midsection. Callihan, Rick get the punch to the face. Big punch to Wentz. Darn. Nice cutter. With the assist from Sami Callihan. God, Rascals won't die. Rascals don't die, mate. Rascals don't die. They're going to go for a kick to the knee to the noodle. They're getting lifted back up. Trey's back in. Trey is stopping it. Super kick to Sami. Knee to Rick. Suicide dive to Rick by Zachary. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Sammy's trying to go for the... Oh, no, he's not. Spray to the face with the spray by Miguel. Big super kick. Big knee. Rascal's doing that crazy flip over thing. And it is a 1, 2, 3. The Rascals are going to Emergence to fight the Subculture. Now, man, yeah, I've just sat here for an hour and 25 minutes reviewing this. I've had 2 people watching. Thank you for watching. But here's my final thoughts on this. So, to the guy that thinks I love this product so much that I won't criticise it, I will criticise it. It was an okay week. It wasn't great. It was up and down. Best match of the whole entire episode, fundamentally, was the Rascals versus Sammy and Rick. And do you know what? I'm looking forward to Emergence. Next week is... will be Multiverse will be soon, won't it? Okay, I believe it's over the weekend. So it's got some good stuff happening. So listen, guys, all right? Pro wrestling is drama and entertainment. This is what this product does. Please, please, please go into YouTube. Pay the £5 for the Ultimate Pass to watch everything. Please, just do it. Support Impact. You get good bloody wrestling. But I love yous. Thank you. I am going.